Hello everybody. Welcome to iExamB. This is Amrita, your law faculty at iExamB. iExamB's YouTube channel LegalB exclusively deals with all legal exam content preparation, and also we keep on updating you with all the recent updates that are there in legal exams, legal vacancies, government exam preparation and so on. इस यूट्यूब चैनल को ज़रूर सब्सक्राइब कीजिए एंड अपने आप को अपडेटेड रखिए सारे न्यू वैकेंसीज के साथ एंड ऑल्सो द डायनेमिक कंटेंट दैट वी कीप ऑन गिविंग यू एट दिस यूट्यूब चैनल एक्सक्लूसिवली. सो डोंट फॉरगेट टू सब्सक्राइब टू आवर यूट्यूब चैनल एंड ऑल्सो अगर आपके कोई क्वेरीज हैं तो आप इस वीडियो के कमेंट सेक्शन में भी लिख सकते हैं. यू कैन डायरेक्टली राइट टू अस एट hello@iexamb.com. इस नंबर पर आप कॉल भी कर सकते हैं. और iExamB का जो वेबसाइट है www.iexamb.com उस पर विजिट ज़रूर कीजिएगा एंड डू चेक आउट ऑल द कोर्सेज दैट आर अवेलेबल एंड टेक बेनिफिट आउट ऑफ इट. इस वीडियो में मैं जो आप लोगों के साथ डिस्कस करने वाली हूँ वो है एक बहुत ही इम्पॉर्टेंट टॉपिक फ्रॉम द वेरी ग्रोइंग एरिया दैट इज कंज्यूमर प्रोटेक्शन. कंज्यूमर प्रोटेक्शन एक्ट, ओरिजिनली इट वाज 1986 एक्ट, बट 2019 में उसे रिप्लेस कर दिया गया. 1986 वाला जो एक्ट था उसमें काफ़ी सारे फीचर्स ऑलरेडी थे, लेकिन 2019 में काफ़ी सारे न्यू चेंजेस, न्यू डायनेमिक, जैसे मैंने आपसे पहले भी कहा, डायनेमिक कंटेंट जो हम लोग आपको यहाँ पर देते हैं, दैट इज़ एग्जैक्टली व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस इन दिस वीडियो. 2019 में जो फीचर्स ऐड हुए हैं, that was the need of the hour at that time, so that have been added by the parliament in this 2019 act. So we will have an analysis of it, at least the main features. ऑल्सो इस वीडियो के कमेंट सेक्शन में आप आपके क्वेरीज भी लिख सकते हो और वीडियो के डिस्क्रिप्शन में आपको PDF मिल जाएगा दैट इज़ गोइंग टू हैव अ कंपैरिजन बिटवीन 1986 एंड 2019. इससे आपके दोनों भी एक्ट्स का स्टडी हो जाएगा और दोनों में एक्चुअली डिफरेंस क्या है वो भी आपका क्लियर हो जाएगा. सो डू वॉच दिस वीडियो टिल द एंड. Consumer Protection Act 1986. Now what happens sometimes, people have a confusion in one thing, is that whether the act has been amended and the original act is in force or it has been replaced. So keep this thing in mind कि जो new amendment act होता है वो 2019 में हो, 20 में हो या अभी अगर 22 में भी कोई आ जाता है एक्ट, तो उस में कितने फीचर्स ऐड हुए हैं उस पर ये बहुत ज़्यादा डिपेंड करता है दैट वेदर दैट ओरिजिनल एक्ट इज़ एंटायरली रिप्लेस्ड और उसमें या फिर उसमें कुछ फीचर्स ऐड हुए हैं. तो कंज्यूमर प्रोटेक्शन का जो 1986 वाला एक्ट था उसमें वी वुड से many features were added newly and many things were changed. Some things were not existing in the earlier act, तो उसको न्यूली ऐड किया गया और पूरा जो लेजिस्लेशन है वो रिप्लेस करता है 1986 वाले एक्ट को. बेसिक प्रिंसिपल्स तो 86 वाले एक्ट के सेम ही रहेंगे. कीप दिस इन माइंड. ऑलवेज द बेसिक प्रिंसिपल्स रिमेन सेम ओनली, बट एज वी नो चेंजेस आर रिक्वायर्ड विद टाइम. सो उस हिसाब से ये जो 19 वाला एक्ट है ये 1986 वाले एक्ट को रिप्लेस कर देता है. एंड आफ्टर 2019 एज ऑफ नाउ वी डोंट हैव एनी अदर अमेंडमेंट्स टू दिस पर्टिकुलर एक्ट. लेट अस स्टार्ट डिस्कसिंग द फर्स्ट फीचर that was first essential thing. As I already told you, it has replaced the 1986 act, but what is it focusing more on? It is enforcing the consumer rights and it is providing an effective mechanism for redressal of complaints. इस पर ये एक्ट बहुत ज़्यादा फोकस करता है. कंज्यूमर्स की जो राइट्स हैं उनके एनफोर्समेंट पर काफ़ी सारा ध्यान दिया गया है 2019 के एक्ट में. यू विल फाइंड दिस, यू विल ऑब्जर्व दिस व्हेन वी डिस्कस ईच एंड एवरी फीचर. एंड ऑल्सो एन इफेक्टिव मैकेनिज्म फॉर रिड्रेसल. कंप्लेंट्स are not only just taken up, but they are being effectively handled. So how they are being handled, that is being discussed, and more focus has been done in this particular act. And that is of course going to be relating to deficiencies in goods and services. The ambit of law earlier was also a good one, but it was widened in this particular act. All the types of goods and services, that was also including telecom and housing construction, that was also included. Online modes were mostly added in this particular act, पहले क्योंकि ऑनलाइन का ज़माना कितना बढ़ चुका है आपको पता ही है. So all this was considered in the ambit of this particular act. अनफेयर ट्रेड प्रैक्टिसेस का कंसेप्ट ऐड किया गया. Existing 6 types of practices already were recognized by the 1986 Act. We all know the history of consumer protection as well. ये पहले एक independent field नहीं थी. Earlier we were having tort principles being applied. फिर उसके बाद कंज्यूमर प्रोटेक्शन एक्ट भी डेवलप हो गया. देन फॉल्स रिप्रेजेंटेशन, मिसलीडिंग एडवर्टाइजमेंट्स, इसमें कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स का भी काफ़ी सारा आपको रेलेवेंस देखने मिलेगा. बट नाउ मोर फीचर्स हैव बीन एडेड टू इट. The further features that have been added is failure to issue a bill or a receipt, that has been recognized as an unfair trade practice. Refusal to accept a good, that has to be returned within 30 days. Disclosure of personal information that is given in confidence, and unless it is in the public interest or law requires it, you are disclosing, that is a different thing. But until and unless these kind of things are there, disclosing personal information is also recognized. You can see how much the scope of this act has been increased. Product liability. Product liability concept has been added. Any claim from product liability can be made against the manufacturer as well as the service provider, and also of course the seller. Compensation also can be obtained by proving one of the several specified conditions in the bill. Next is unfair contracts. Unfair contracts have been recognized. They have been defined as those contracts causing significant change in the consumer rights. Consumer rights are having some significant change, and such kind of contracts have been recognized as unfair. And it is listing 6 contract terms which are to be unfair as well. You can refer the provisions of the act for more details. मैं आपको सिर्फ एक ब्रीफ जिस्ट दे रही हूँ कि क्या क्या एरियाज इसमें कवर किए गए हैं. Central Consumer Protection Council was there in the 1986 Act as well, but this was more, its scope was increased in 2019. It is making CPCs, that is Central Consumer Protection Councils, as the advisory bodies that is for promotion and protection of consumer rights. You can see they are the advisory bodies. That means consumer rights के लिए specially हमारे पास councils है that are working for their promotion and protection and acting as advisory bodies only. These are established as district, state and national level both. And Central Consumer Protection Authority, that is established under this particular act. It is specifically establishing, this is also for consumer rights only, but it is for protecting the rights directly. जैसे councils advisory nature follow कर रहा है, Central Consumer Protection Authority is promoting, protecting and enforcing the rights of consumers as a class. So Central Consumer Protection Authority may issue safety notices as well. It may pass orders to recall goods, prevent such kind of unfair practices and reimburse the purchase price that is paid. It can impose penalties as well. These penalties can be imposed by the CCPA. CCPA, this authority has been given the rights to impose penalties also for false and misleading advertisements. So you can see how much focus has been made on the enforcement structure. Just recognizing the rights in the act is not enough. Making it more enforceable is what is the key, which this act is fulfilling. Pecuniary jurisdiction has been increased. This is another very important point. You can see now existing the pecuniary jurisdiction has been increased a lot. District Commission has been given jurisdiction up to 1 crore. Earlier it was in lakhs. State Commission from 1 crore to 10 crore and National Commission goes above 10 crore. So the jurisdiction, it was a necessity to increase these jurisdictions with time, and that has been successfully done. Then alternate dispute resolution. This was not there earlier in Consumer Protection Act. This has been added because these disputes can be settled. Mediation cells shall be attached to the district, state and national commissions, and the mediation can be used as an effective ADR method for settling the disputes of consumer protection, and that has been added by this particular act. नेक्स्ट फीचर क्या है? पेनल्टीज के बारे में. जुरिस्डिक्शन देख लिया आपने, एडीआर देख लिया, पेनल्टीज भी इंक्रीज की गई हैं. Earlier, the fine was only around 2 to 3,000, we can say within 5,000, but now it has been made extendable from 25,000 to 1 lakh, or it can be along with imprisonment also, which is up to 3 years. Earlier, imprisonment was there in the earlier act, but we can see that it was starting with a minimum of 1 month, but now it has been included, fine has been increased, and ये दोनों भी दिया जा सकता है. थोड़ा सा stringent कर दिया गया है penalties को भी. You can have a comparative study in the PDF that is attached in the link. E-commerce के provisions add किए गए. We all know e-commerce कितना ज़्यादा wide area है आजकल. It is growing day by day. We are ordering so many things online. Amazon, Flipkart, एक्सेट्रा, ये सब जो हम ऑर्डर्स कर रहे हैं, इसके लिए अगर हमारे पास एक्ट में ही प्रोविजंस नहीं है, सो हाउ आर वी गोइंग टू implement, how are we going to exercise our rights, consumers, being a consumer? So this has been defined in this particular act. Electronic service provider has been defined, who is going to be included in the ambit of this. Central government may prescribe rules for preventing unfair trade practices in e-commerce and direct selling. So central government has been given the powers to make rule for that particular purpose, but the concept has been recognized. Earlier it was not there, it has been recognized in this particular act. So this was all that I could briefly state you about the key features of 2019 Act. For more such kind of guidance, and if you have any doubts and queries, you can reach out to us, expert faculty of legal at iExamB. Me, myself, Amrita Johar, Miss Neha Dubey, and Miss Vidika Bansal. We are here to help you. So do reach out to us directly in the comments of this video, or you can also write to us at iExamB. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, as it is a one-stop solution for all legal exams. Visit the website, solve mock tests if you are preparing for any government exams, and unfold your potential with iExamB, as iExamB helps you prepare 50% faster. Thank you so much, everyone.